a lot of responsibility for Bowman tonight in his debut. Just what are you hoping to see from him?
Yeah, well, I want to see him just play to his strength, which is, he can make plays. He's got a good head for the game. He's got a good stick. He finds open ice. So that part of it, hopefully, he's not nervous, and you will be a little bit early as the game goes on. Just be yourself in those areas. If you see a chance to make a play, make it. He's playing with Pav and Hurdle. Thomas presents himself well through the middle of the ice, so hopefully he can get some pucks off the wall to him there. Support the rush. He's got a nose for the net, so hang around the front of the net, recover some pucks, keep him alive with a good stick, good IQ. Power play is going to get some responsibility. We've kind of gone back to the setup we had at the start of the year, see how that plays out. He's one of 5 guys, but he'll get a chance to be on that. So yeah, he's probably going into a position that maybe other guys, when they come up, don't get as much opportunity, but that's a little bit of the state of where we are right now and who's injured. Mark Stone's injured, so we've been trying to replace kind of that element. And then obviously, it's a man's league, so you're coming up for the first time. There's going to be a learning curve there for him, right? Pace and strength. All the guys went through it. We've seen Pavs grow through it, and he's, doing pretty well now. So that'll be step 1 for him in that area. So for that part, that'll be a live and learn part, I think, for him. And hopefully can handle it, win his share of battles, and go from there.
Spot next to the net on the power play that you're trying to fill since Mark Stone's been out. What is the key to that spot, or what's the most important thing that person does to keep the power play working?
Well, you got to make quick decisions. When the puck comes to you at the goal line, you've got people converging on you in a hurry, and so you've got to have an idea what you're going to do with the puck before it arrives a little bit. So is Pav open? Is Hurdle open? Is neither one open? Is a quick play to the net open because the D have backed off and taken those 2 options? It usually looks like a very low 3-on-2. There's 2 players around there, and there's the triangle, right? Thomas and Pav. So what's the right play? And there's, 3 options. Take it to the net yourself, as I said, Hurdle or Pav. You got to pick the right one in real time with good sticks. So that's the challenge there. And the first thing I do is handle the pass, right? It comes down, you got to make sure you handle it clean and your head's up and ready to go. So all that has to happen like that. So that's it's processing, I guess. After that long-winded answer, processing is the most important thing right there. And then executing a small area play. And then the last part of it a little bit is, having the wherewithal, if you don't handle it clean, to run it out. What I mean by that is don't force a play. Take it away from the net, go back to Jack and start over. We don't have to force anything. We're on the power play. We got an extra man, use it. So that's the ask down there.
What's impressed you about Matthew Schaefer?
His initiative for a young guy. There's no nervousness. He's going. He's playing to his strengths. He's up the ice. He wants to push the pace. He wants to make plays. So my guess is he has that naturally, and they've allowed him to do that, right? I mean, there's players in the league that want to do that. Sometimes like, hey, that's not how we're going to play, not yet. And sometimes it's, hey, go, and the player needs to dip his toe in the water. He looks like a kid that is just going to get after it. So there's no inhibition at all in his game in terms of playing offense.
Game 600 for Brayden McNabb in a VGK uniform. What do you admire the most about his skill set?
I think what I admire the most, and I don't know if it's skill set, Darren, but just part of it is just his ability to make people around him better. Every time we put somebody with him, that player seems to bring out the best in himself. So what's Nabber doing to help that or facilitate that? So I think that's the thing that impressed me the most. No matter who he plays with him, we get a good partnership. I've seen it with Theo, seen it with Nabber, seen it with White Cloud, seen it a little bit with Corsi last year. He has that ability. So obviously he's a calming influence, would be first and foremost. His ability to digest the game on the bench between shifts and probably get your partner, whatever happened, back up to speed, ready to go for the next one. So and that probably ties into a certain amount of leadership qualities.
Going out of town after this, so I'll just ask now, what's the status on the injured guys?
Carlson went on IR, so He's week to week. He will not travel. Sony's not traveling. Hilly's not traveling. Have I forgot anybody? Nope, that's it. So nothing, I guess, new to report there. They're not ready to play with us or to join us yet.
Bruce, I'm sure adding Bowman is along these lines, but if you're going to turn things around, how much you need some other guys to start to score that you would expect to score, secondary scoring as you move forward?
Yeah, I mean, you look at when you start to get into one-goal games, and Florida's a one-goal game, Anaheim's a one-goal game, Tampa was 3-3 in the third, ends up being a two-goal game with an empty netter. Colorado's a one-goal game. So I'm going through the homestand, right? The games we didn't win. Detroit was a one-goal game. So at some point, it's a save or a goal makes the difference, right? So if that answers your question. If we get a secondary goal from someone there, then we're getting points out of those games. And right now, that hasn't happened. And there's some guys that have scored in this league, so I guess if you look at the positive point of it, it's in them. They've done it. How can we coax it out of them? How can they get it out of themselves? So we'll keep working on that. Bowman's an opportunity for a younger guy that, he played well he's leading scorer in Henderson. It's what he does. He's played well. He scored last year. He had a good camp. So we're rewarding a player that, we feel is close. We don't know where, goes. We don't know until he gets out there how close or far he is, right? You try to put your best, you talk to the people down there. We evaluate here. We're missing a bit of that, so let's give him a shot now. And it wasn't because we had to. We took another player out of the lineup, so we're trying to reward a player that we feel can help us. So there's a little bit of that that we hope that take advantage of that opportunity. But he's one player getting a chance. The guys that have been here and done it, they're the guys that need to take a step first, right? Those are the guys that we hope will, sort of say, okay, I'm close. I gotta, what do I do to get over the top? And hopefully we'll see a little bit of that result. And if we do, I feel like those close games will go our way, because that's usually the league is very close this year. All around the league, there's a lot of close games, so we need a little more production from guys that have done it.
Looks like tonight's going to be the night, NHL debut for you. How would you describe kind of what you're feeling going into this?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of, like I said before, a pinch me moment. Don't really know if it's real yet, but definitely will be tonight. So I'm excited. The guys have been nothing but nice to me, and it's a good opportunity.
I know you said you weren't really able to eat after you heard you got the call up. Have you been able to eat today?
Yeah. So far, I think it's kind of all settling in, and just that instant shock right away was tough. But I think right now, it's just kind of got to go play. So there's nothing much else you can do. I'm
sure a lot of people have reached out to you before the big debut. Has there been any special text or any one in particular that stands out?
Yeah, I mean, my brother texted me. Unfortunately, he got a role in a TV show, so I mean, it's great for him. He's an actor, but he can't make it today, so that's unreal for him. I'm super proud of him, but we'll see what happens. Maybe a miracle will show up, but we'll see.
What's the TV show?
I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure, but I know he got a part. He's got to do a little wardrobe fitting today.
Okay. Anyone in here give you any advice or pointers trying to handle the moment tonight?
Yeah, just kind of play your game. Don't be nervous. All the guys have been super nice. Talked to Hurdle a little bit before the skate, so they've all been super nice to me, just being telling me what to expect, and it's awesome.
Will you take a few minutes? I mean, we're assuming you'll get the rookie lap treatment or whatever, but how much time will you take before you really try to just focus on it being in the other game?
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. She said just when you're out there for the warm-up skate, just take it all in. It only happens one time, so I'm sure after that it'll be focused on game time, but right before then, probably just going to admire just being able to be out there, and it's a really cool experience.
And it looked like you're sort of right there on the first power play unit. So what's that like, just being getting right in there and just work with those guys and come?
Yeah, they're super special players. They honestly make it easy when you're out there. They tell you what to do. The puck's on your stick. You're just going to try to find the open guys. So they've been super helpful. They were talking to me a lot, so I'm excited for it.
Are you able to keep the routine? Because being in Henderson, coming over here, being able to keep your same routine on a game day?
Yeah, so far. I mean, my roommate, Kai Uchaz, was lucky enough to lend me his car, so I took that this morning. Yeah, it's all been pretty much the same. Going to probably stretch out here, eat lunch, and then business as usual.
Kai had to get a different ride or what?
Yeah, actually, our other roommate, Ben Hammerling, he has a car, so I'm the only guy without one, but they always give me the heat for it, so.
Following up, not only are you on the first power play unit, you're skating on a line with Tomas Hurdle. How does it feel just knowing that they already have that much confidence in you?
Yeah, I mean, they're unbelievable players. It's a great opportunity. They've both been talking to me, both Hurdle and Pav, so they're great players. Just got to make sure I'm working, playing my game, and hopefully it complements them well.
How much does it help that you're going into a role that you can kind of still play the same way you did in Henderson, get off to a good start scoring, and you're up on an elevated role off the bat?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, it's a little bit what I'm used to, just having the puck a little bit and the power play stuff. But playing with those guys is pretty easy. But even if didn't have that opportunity, I still just want to go out and play my game and do the little details away from, like 5-on-5, because that's what I think my game is built on. So power play stuff will come, the skills will come, but I think just playing simple hockey and doing what the coaches ask.
You know, you knew it was your 600th game with the Golden Knights tonight, but it is, so congratulations. And I guess when you think back to the very beginning here, all the way to now, I mean, what a whirlwind that must be for you.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It's come that long. I feel very, grateful and lucky to be here. And, being a day one guy, you're very proud of that. And, it's happy to be here and happy to be a part of it, and very fortunate to be, my 600th here.
Was that ever a goal for you, either early in your career or even as a kid, like trying to play that many games with one franchise for a long time?
No, I mean, you don't really think of that. I think as your kid, you're just, being in the NHL is all you want to do, right? So, I'm fortunate to be living the dream from when I was a kid, and as an adult now, it's pretty awesome that I've been able to stay here for the 9 years it's been existing.
Your D partner, Brayden McNabb, he's playing his 600th game with the Golden Knights tonight, and you are another day one kind of guy. So can you reflect on kind of your progression alongside him this whole time?
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies. It feels like just the other day we were all kind of here for the first time, but he's been a staple. He's been steady. Pretty much all 600 games, I'd say, and it's fun to watch.
What do you think about that number? I mean, he's played more than that in his career, but 600 with one team, that's pretty special. And he's the first guy to reach that milestone with this team. What does that tell you about him and just the consistency he brings?
Yeah, I think, consistency. I think, also, how much he works on his body, obviously, to be able to play in that many. He hasn't missed too much time, which, knock on wood, that continues. But, it's just a testament to, the work that he puts in.
What do you remember about early days, Vegas, Golden Knights, Brayden McNabb?
Yeah, it's still pretty much the same. He's a fun guy to be around, and like I said before, it's crazy how time flies. The fact that next year kind of will be 10 years, being here, and he just makes the room a lot more fun.
If you had one or two words to really sum him up, what would they be?
It's a good question. I think he's a man of few words, but I can't have one or two. I feel like it'd be a paragraph, but
What's a paragraph?
Not for you guys.
Okay, great. And then I guess just for tonight, keys to the game. I know you guys want to wrap this homestand up on a high note. What's the biggest key against the Islanders?
Yeah, I think just getting off to a good start. That'll be key, and obviously the homestand we've had hasn't gone the way we wanted to. So I think finishing on a high note, getting back to our game, before we go on the road here is important, and trying to just build something, going forward.